What's up guys, it's your boy Chris, and today I think I have finally cracked the code on how to hole. That's right, today we are going to replicate somewhere by hole. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not 100% spot on, but I can definitely tell you what sort of wave shape he's using and what sort of VSTs he's using to achieve the type of tonality that he's actually getting in that track. Oh, and you can't forget the clipping slash saturation that he uses to get that typical hole distortion. So let's jump into it.
Somewhere out there.
All right, I mean, honestly, that's about as close as I could get it. I know it's darn near similar, but there is maybe a little bit of changes that he probably has in his sound design that makes it his. Let's take a look at the first serum. So now what you do is get your serum. You're going to want to change your oscillator A to analog basic shapes. Then you're going to want to choose the saw wave. Now I have this up 1 octave. You don't have to put it up an octave, but if you want to copy this to a T, you can do that. So it is +1, and then we're going to actually FM from B, which is set to 34. And then the second one is also set to a saw wave. It's just up 1 more octave, just to kind of add a little bit more clarity. And of course, randoms down, levels down on oscillator B. Now, the reason our LFO shape is a little odd on this is because we don't want the filter that I have set up here, which is actually off, so never mind. We only want it to kind of add a little bit of comb. We don't want it to add a bunch. So that's why this is at half. And then I'm just bringing levels up with the post-processing. So there's actually just one macro that's changing something, and it's just to kind of dial in the pitch of the Comb Plus filter. And that's roughly it. I will put this in the description below, but I could tell with the original sound design of his tune that it's definitely some sort of saw wave bass. At least more so with this one. Definitely got like a high-passed saw wave type of sound to it. But the biggest component to this, and this is where I think his settings are a little different, and that's where it's a little bit more dialed in, would be the Vocodex. And you can actually buy this standalone from ImageLine to put inside of Ableton. Everyone's been asking, like, how do I get Vocodex in Ableton? You can buy it separately from ImageLine. But these are the settings here. I got it at 100 bands. I got this at the just regular default. I have this set all the way up. This is set at 86. So you can, right click and see where it's at. Go back up to 86. Here we go. We do have the, I want to say it's like a stereo width thing going on. So that's just set to 2. And this is set to 31%. Everything else is pretty much default besides this one as well. This is typically like this on default. You're going to want to turn that all the way down. Make sure this is up. These are set to default. This one is pulled down because if we put that back up, it sounds a little odd. Just kind of add some weird formants that we don't really want in there. And then of course we're also high passing it. A little bit of OTT and saturator, and that pretty much rounds that up. So then over here, we're basically just changing the notes. So now the biggest component to really hone in the whole sound is using G-clip. Now what you want to do is you actually want to group the main bass and your sub bass together in a group, and then you take a G-clip, and then you change the clip, which would be the ceiling, and you change it to go down, and then you add gain, so it's squishing both the sub bass and the main bass together. So let me play this with and without it. So it kind of squishes it together a little bit and just kind of gives it that whole distortion-y kind of sound. But that's pretty much it on at least this bass here. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video and learned something today and can make something from this. If you guys do make anything from this, please drop it in the comments below. If you haven't already, hit the like button. And if you want any more tricks, tips, or tutorials on production, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well. I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.